In this video, we're going to compare the status of our production network with what we have in Infrahub. So Infrahub is a source of truth application and it can contain a lot of networking data in itself. But the thing is, it is not containing real-time data. So if you change something into production, that wouldn't be replicated into Infrahub immediately. You have to manually do that yourself. So that means if I go and change something to production and forget to actually put that in Infrahub, then we're going to have a problem and we're going to have a mismatch between the status of these two environments. So in this video, we're going to use Netpicker to run a simple Python test and to see whether we are in sync with production or not. And the idea is that we're going to have a single device. It's a Cisco iOS device. And first, we have to have SSH access or real-time access to the device. Also, it is already imported into both Netpicker and Infrahub. So these are just prerequisites. So you have to import the device into Netpicker, into Infrahub, and also you have to have CLI or SSH access to the device. And we're going to run a simple show command, show interfaces, and we will check for the status of this device, and we'll see whether we are following the same configurations in Infrahub or not. So first, I'm going to SSH to this device. This is a market device. It's a new and exciting project we're working on. And the password is test. So this is a Cisco iOS device, and I'm going to run show interfaces. And the script that we've gathered would go through all the interfaces that we have and check for the status, but basically the sync or similarity of the status between real-time or production and Infrahub. But for the purpose of demonstration, we're going to keep this simple, and I'm just going to use Ethernet 00. And the internet address or IPv4 address is this. And now I'm going to go to Infrahub. So here I will go to all devices and search for an object, Cisco iOS. First change this to branch infra demo and go to all devices, Cisco. And this is the device. So I'm going to click on this. It has one interface, ETH00. So if I click on that, again, the interface has itself several attributes. And one of them is IP addresses. And I've currently attached one IP address and one interface. Basically, I've attached the IP address to the interface, ETH00. I've attached the interface to the device, Cisco iOS. And I have the same device imported into Netpicker as well. This is the device, but the configurations and the way you import things in Netpicker is very, very different than a source of truth application like Infrahub. So there is that. I'm going to click on that. And these are the attributes, but instead I'm going to go back to IP addresses. Rather, let me go to interfaces. And this is the interface that has this IP address. And as you can see, the enabled parameter has a check. That means this device or this interface rather is enabled. So I'm going to go back to my terminal. So here ETH00 is up. So in a perfect world, if I run this script, it should be compliant and we shouldn't be having any problems. So I will go to Netpicker, policies, Infrahub SDK, rule Infrahub, and I'm going to choose Cisco iOS from here. I will expand this, and this is the script that we have. We have this script in our GitHub page. I will link it down below. So I'm not going to go through each line of code here, but just know that this is what we are going to do. We are going to SSH into a CLI, run show interfaces. If it was up, we're going to compare it with the enabled parameter in Infrahub, and if this was also true or enabled, then it is compliant. So I'm going to run this, pause it, and come back. It is compliant as expected. So I'm going to go back to Infrahub, here, edit the object, and I'm going to uncheck this, make it disable. So this is a disabled interface. Go back here, run the debug one more time, and this time I should be getting back some kind of error or a traceback as something non-compliant. It is not compliant. We have a description here, status mismatch for ETH00. Infrahub is equal to disabled. CLI, or basically real time or real device, is enabled. So that's how we can check for configuration mismatch between production and Infrahub. I will see you in the next one.